Cameron, and welcome back to your regularly scheduled nonsense where we are back again with more Maid of Sker in the A to Z Platinum Challenge. Now, really quick, I'm going to specify that I did end up doing the no-hit trophy, the one or less saves trophy, and the smooth operator trophy, which is the one that you get for listening to all the phone calls. I did all three of those off camera earlier today. I did that solely based on the fact that I really didn't want to go back through and try to do the no save and no hit trophy on stream just in case it crashed again, solely based on the fact that the crash happened at such a terrible time. I originally was going to just I was going to save it when I got to the point where I was at last time with the no hit before it crashed. Decided not to do that, decided to just go straight in and just go straight for it in one go and be done with it. And did manage to get that done, so that was good at least. So today we're going to try to finish it by just doing the hard playthrough. So we have 5 trophies to get, 4 trophies and then the platinum. So we need to get, let me just skip this. We need to get the trophy for complete the game on hard, obviously, ignoring Elizabeth's calls, bumping into furniture 250 times, and also using all the phonic modulator charges. I missed out on that trophy by 1 charge, so I'm hoping I do better and get all the charges this time, because that really bothered me that I didn't manage to get all of them, especially because I noticed I was like 1 off, and I closed the door. So I'd done the Abraham fight, closed the door to go upstairs to the attic, and then realized I'd only used 10 charges, and I was like, fuck, I can't reload either because there's no save, so I'm one short, and that's going to be where it's at, because it was right when I went up to the attic to go get knocked down by Isaac and lose the phonic modulator in the first place. So I was fucked. So hopefully with this one we can get all the phonic modulator charges used. I like being able to use it. It's a fun tool. It stops everything dead in their tracks, and that's really cool. So yeah, hopefully we can get through this pretty easily and move on to Need for Speed. I'm genuinely just trying to get through this fucking playthrough as quickly as possible. We have exactly 10 saves. I'm going to be using the PSN Profiles guide for where to save, just to do my best to not be fucked over in that matter. We'll probably just go into a room and try to hit. I might just do the 250 furniture thing off camera. I don't know. I should have done it before this, but I'm dumb and didn't, so hopefully we can get it done, because I genuinely just, I want to be done with this game. After all the crashes, I'm fed up with it, is the worst part. Like, I don't want to say that, because it's a fun game. It is a fun game. But I'm ready to be done with this game. I'm ready to move on to Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered, and then Orcs Must Die 3 after that. I'm glad I didn't have to do a backup game for this, though. I was prepared to. I was prepared to do a wheel of every game that I have that starts with the letter M, spin it, see what we get, and go from there, but I'm glad I didn't have to do that, as it kind of would have been a nuisance to a degree, just having to restart a new game and skipping past something that I was looking forward to playing because of 1 trophy. That's what worried me. It wasn't the fact that I wasn't going to be able to platinum. It was the fact that it was going to be stopped because 1 trophy was going to be impossible because of crashing. Again, my biggest concern right now is just getting through to the first save point. I did have to retry a few times, so I got to the ending of the game and it crashed, so I had to refight Isaac again, and then I got hit when I was leaving the room after you fight Isaac and had to reload again, and then once I got back to the ending and everything, it was all fine. That pissed me off, though. God, the fact that it ended at the ending, it crashed 2 separate times bothered the hell out of me. So hopefully we can get through this pretty quickly. And like I said, I do know that stuff spawns quicker on here, and it's harder to get past things without being give me a second. Without being spotted and heard. They will hear you faster. So I'm going to try to be as careful as I can, as stealthy as I can. But with that being said, first we're going to run into this room. Does this room have... Okay, I'm not sure how I know if I bumped into the furniture or not. Is it supposed to move? Let me look this up really quick. Where is it? Okay. So yeah, this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna kind of go run around the main hall, because as far as I know, nothing should be spawned at this point. At least I don't think. And obviously we're gonna ignore the phone calls, because duh. Hold up. The problem with this one is it doesn't tell you how much you've bumped into. Okay. It says something about the sound when you bump into it, but I don't hear anything when I bump into anything, so... I mean, occasionally I do, but most of the time I don't. I wish this game would give you an idea of what counts with this. I really do. Okay, let me go into this room, because apparently the easier way to do it is being in like a safe room and just bouncing between like two pieces of furniture. Okay, so now I'm hearing sounds every single time. Let Thomas catch his breath really quick. Jesus. Dude sounds like he's been smoking since he was fucking 1 year old. Bro came out the womb smoking a pack. There's no fucking way the bodies in the basement count, right? That's not furniture. That's bullshit. It says furniture specifically. Okay, well, I'm glad I didn't fucking do anything with saving before the final boss, because that would have voided the trophy, because I do have to save it there to trigger him, apparently. Okay, I need to turn on my vibrations, because that I don't have vibration on, by the way. I want to specify that. I have it off specifically because it can fuck your controller a lot faster. But also the fact that it can just genuinely start to become an issue in certain games. So I don't tend to have it on, but I'm going to turn it on to weak for now just to see where... Yeah, I still don't know if there's an easy way to track this trophy on it, how much you're doing. Like, it says you can just count, but like...
Please help me.
Yep, they definitely show up faster. Okay, so the first save point it recommends is when we first get into the basement. Which seems like a really early save point, but okay. So I do think originally that phone call that I skipped did glitch the thing out. Because from what I can tell, it seems like the one that pops it is when Elizabeth gets taken away. I think that's the one that popped it for me, at least. I can't remember for sure. So yeah, I believe that did glitch me out when I skipped it potentially. Hold up. There's no way the bodies count, right? worst case scenario, we finish hard difficulty. I'll just do the 250 thing on safe mode. Because that might be the easier way to go about it, I guess. I don't fucking know, to be honest. Okay, so first of 10 saves. Yes, I'm sure. Not going to listen to it. We don't need to. Alright, here's where Henry Hughes is going to get thrown through the window. Also, I realized Henry Hughes is the guy that gets the ritual done to him when we go through the garden. I'm pretty sure. Or maybe not. Maybe it's not. I don't know. It's weird because it says Henry survives because in the bad ending he's there. Like he's down in the... He's in the area with you at the end. But he's in the incinerator at one point. Unless they just threw his paper in there. And I don't know. Of course. Ignore the phone once again. Alright, so next is graveyard after the basement. Is this still gonna give me this door for holding my breath here? Yep. I've been knew how to do this game. Chill. Once again, we will be just going for the bad ending, as it's easier to go for that one, I think. Pages seem to be... You have to go through a little bit more to get the pages, it seems like. And it's just a lot of risk. I mean, I could technically just go for the good ending and not really give a shit. But, oh well. We'll see. I will say this will probably be the only stream, though. If it does crash, it crashes. That's that. I'm not gonna stream. I'm not gonna start up another stream for a bit. I'll probably just stream it sometime later this week and finish it up. Although I guess it is July 1st officially now, so should probably focus up on finishing it pretty quick. Hold my breath for a second just to be safe. Make damn sure I make it past that guy. Okay, so after getting the phonic modulator is the third save. And then it says first floor after getting the first two puzzle pieces, first floor after getting all of the puzzle pieces, second floor after escaping Abraham and before entering the Tesla room, second floor after getting the key from Abraham, eighth after the on the grounds after the failed ritual attempt, ground floor after or before the final encounter with Isaac, which is required, and ground floor after the final encounter with Isaac, and then that's where the game will end. Obviously. So far we're making some decent progress actually, so unfortunately I have to make it through like half of the fucking garden before I even get the phonic modulator, which sucks, so and considering there's more enemies, I'm kind of nervous. Dude, why? Why is the tree so fucking... That hitbox is brokey as fuck. And I will say, I'm not trying to shit on the dev team when I complain about crashes or anything like that. This is a small dev team, which I know, like, it's a 20-person dev team. They're a small team, and they make great games. It's just frustrating to go through so much progress, and the game just crashes. Alright. We are in the mines. I hate this fucking section of the game, by the way. Okay, don't save it here, right? Yeah. I honestly forgot there's a save door there, to be honest. After doing the no save run, I genuinely completely fucking forgot. Hey, it's the siren. I love how you're this close to her at one point, by the way. Like, the thing that's causing all these issues, you're literally feet away from her. Can't do anything to stop it. I think that's pretty funny. I will say this game is great. Like, I recommend it. Do I think the crashes definitely ruin the fun a little bit and ruin the experience? For sure. Crashes ruin the experience of any game. Does not matter what game you are playing. If the game is crashing, it's going to ruin the enjoyment that you have of it. But I still recommend this game. Like, it's great. It's fun. I think, should you go for the Platinum? Maybe go for the PS4 version. Just a thought. I don't know if it crashes as bad as this version does. Maybe go for the PS4 version instead of the PS5 version. But at the same time, I think that the game itself is really fun to play, and that it's a neat little indie horror experience, and it does not overstay its welcome. Here's the thing I will say. A lot of horror games overstay their welcome. A lot of horror games go on too long, and the game becomes less fun because of it. I think this game goes the perfect length, give or take. It's about 4.5 hours or so per playthrough, give or take, from what I've been able to find. I think you can technically get it done in 3 at like a very brisk pace, which is what I'm currently trying to do, is a very brisk pace, trying to get it done quickly. But yeah, I think if you're quick enough with it, you can get done with it in about 3 hours. I think that's about what I finished it in on my no save playthrough earlier today, because I was doing it literally right before D&D. So I started it while I was talking to my friends. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna work on this while we wait to start D&D. And then we made it through D&D, and I made it through. We started D&D, had a great D&D session, and yeah, like an hour or two after that D&D session, I'm now on here, trying to finish this game. Because I think part of this challenge, while I'm not solely focused on trying to do this challenge as quickly as possible, obviously we're in July right now, and for me it was never I'm going to do this as quick as possible. It was I just want to get a decent chunk of platinums done in a challenging format. And obviously I've done platinums that are outside the challenge. I never said I wasn't going to do that. But I think that's a fun, like, this is a fun way to do it still. Excuse me. I still think this is a very fun way to do a challenge. And I would love to try to do this in 30 days or something like that at some point if I have the time. But again, I work an actual job, and I have to be at that job 5 to 6 days a week. Which is actually shortening because I'm taking time off, finally. Like, I'm actually taking time for myself. I've taken a number of days off in the last couple weeks, and it's been very enjoyable to actually have time for myself. I say that as I also have to do prep days on Tuesdays every other week, but still, you know, not going to talk about it. But yeah, have had a blast doing this challenge so far, and I don't know what I'll do next year, if I'll do another year-long challenge or if I'll just do something kind of small and short. We'll see. If I'm going to do anything, it's going to probably be trying to get 100 platinums in a year, which we're actually not too far off on that, I think. I can't remember how many I've gotten this year. Give me 1 second. I can actually see how many I've gotten so far this year. We've gotten close. Like, we've gotten closer. In the last couple of years, we've gotten close to being done with it. But it is still really fucking difficult to get done all of that in a year. So currently speaking, for 2025, I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I'm actually not on pace as well as I was last year. Last year around this time, I was sitting around the 30 or 40 mark. So I think we're probably not going to get it this year. I could bust my ass after I finish the challenge. Because again, this is M, which means we have N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, which is 13. And then the number, which is 14. So we have 14 more platinums after this. We might be able to get that done pretty quickly. Need for Speed's probably going to be hard. Orcs Must Die might not be too hard. What I have for P. I don't remember what I have for P. Q, Quest Hunter might be hard. I don't really know much about that game. R could be hard. Saints Row is going to be a bitch. T's probably not going to be too hard. I don't exactly remember what I used for that. I don't know. Most of these shouldn't be too hard. It's really a matter of the time and the efficiency of how quick I'm getting the platinums. Like, obviously, this one is going relatively quickly for us, because it's a fairly short game in and of itself. It doesn't take a lot of playthroughs. This is what good horror games are about a lot of the time, is just being short. But on top of what I've been doing for this challenge, because obviously this is the 13th platinum that we'll be getting for the challenge, but my 21st on the year overall, what I've been doing is I will occasionally play games. Like, I've been playing games that are not the stuff I'm doing for this challenge in my free time, just enjoying the games and getting platinums. Originally, my thought was maybe I could do just all of these platinums in a row and not get anything else. But then I realized that's not fun for me as a video game player, as a trophy hunter. I wanted to be playing stuff for the fun of it still, and to be still taking time to enjoy stuff, but also still focusing on this challenge. And obviously, LA Noire took a lot longer than I planned on it taking, because of the fact that I was getting burnt out because it was such a long game, and there were so many random things I had to do for it. But once I got to the end of that game, it really just became about going back, finishing up 5-star things for the trophy, and then getting collectibles. And then from there, it was just finish the game, and we're done. Basically, we were done with it. Yeah, that was really fun. This game is phenomenal so far. Need for Speed is one I don't want to say nervous about. I'm optimistic I can do it quickly because it's a Need for Speed game and I'm pretty good at Need for Speed. But at the same time, it's a Need for Speed game I haven't played in about 12 years, give or take. Because the last time I would have played it would have been on the PS3. God, they really do hear you faster. Would have been on the PS3 way back in like 2013-ish, 2014-ish, somewhere around there. So the remaster, as far as I know, is basically the same game. I'm going to have the music off, which is going to suck, because Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered is one of the last games that had a banger soundtrack, from what I remember. We'll see if I'm still in that mindset when I go back to play it. But, yeah, so I'm pretty excited to go through that one, because it's a game I haven't played in a long time. Hopefully, I enjoy it, and I don't regret putting that as my game for N. I don't remember having a whole lot of options for N as well, like of what I already owned. I was trying to, for those of you who don't know, I was trying to specifically go for games I already owned rather than stuff that I didn't already own. I made a few exceptions, like Quest Hunter, Yooka-Laylee, V Rising, were games I didn't already own on my PS4 or 5, but decided I wanted to do those as part of the challenge. So I, made that choice. But for the most part, everything I've chosen for this challenge was stuff I already had in my PlayStation library or had through PS Plus. I say that knowing I've done, I think, one... Where's my challenge list? Hold up. I think one game from the challenge list is actually a PS Plus game, and that was Killzone Liberation. I think everything else I already owned. Nope. Nope. This one? There we go. Yeah, Killzone. Oh no, Killzone and Jak and Daxter are both PS Plus. But other than that, everything else is a game I already owned. So I did try to stick to that rule as much as I could, that it was something I already owned before I started, or was something that I was waiting to go on sale. Like Quest Hunter went on sale not long after. Ukulele went on sale not long after I started the challenge. What else? V Rising ended up going on sale a couple months ago. But for the most part, the biggest issue has been a few things have taken longer. It Takes Two took a little bit of time because Jesse and I just didn't have time to play, or we weren't in the mood to play, or we were too tired or whatever. But the biggest thing was that I wanted that to be my 200th platinum, so I wasn't platinuming any other games around that time, even though I easily could have been. I was just choosing to not platinum stuff solely because I wanted that to be the 200th platinum, because I wanted it to be something kind of special, and playing it through with my uncle was really cool. And then L.A. Noire took so long because I just got to a point where I didn't really want to be playing it for a bit, so I took a break from playing it. But everything else I've been doing has been just a blast, and I've had a lot of fun. So I'm really excited to get into the rest of the back half of this challenge and try to finish it up, and hopefully finish it off and be done with it relatively soon. I'm thinking. So what do I have coming up actually? So we have Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered for the PS4 technically, but I'm gonna be playing it on my PS5 probably. So we have that. We have Orcs Must Die 3, Power Wash Simulator, that's what I did for P, that's right. Quest Hunter, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Saints Row, the reboot, The Escapist, that's what I did for T, Unravel 2, V Rising, Wanted Dead, Xenon Racer, Ukulele, Zombie Army Trilogy, and 101 Ways to Die. Zombie Army Trilogy is gonna be a bitch because I have to do co-op with that at some point. I have to do a full co-op run with 4 people. That's probably going to be done off camera. I just want to specify that. I'm going to do the mission 4-person co-op off camera. Yeah. I probably could have thought some of these games through a little bit better. Shocker, I know. Because I'm going to be doing a lot of collecting in the next couple of games. Power Wash Simulator is going to take a while. It's a longer game. Oh man, fuck. Ratchet and Clank's probably gonna be a collectathon. Wanted Dead's gonna be a collectathon. The Rising might be a collectathon. I may have bit my... That one may fuck me over more than anything else, I'm not gonna lie. That may be the game that genuinely bites me in the ass more than any other game because of how late in the challenge it is and how much of a grind the platinum apparently is. Especially with the fact that I don't think there's a guide for it still, as far as I know. I could be wrong. Let me check, because last I knew, V Rising did not have a guide. And if it still doesn't have a guide, I'm probably going to be going into it mostly blind for how to play it. And that terrifies me a little bit. I'm fine going through it blind and playing a blind playthrough, but having no guide for a game can be kind of a bitch for certain things, because it's just really hard to know if you're doing everything right when you don't have a guide to check on. So it doesn't look that bad. There's only 45 trophies, so that one shouldn't be too bad, actually. I don't know how I might be eating those words in a couple weeks, who knows, or a couple months, depending on how fast I get through everything else. I'm hoping, so here's my hope. So it's July now. It's officially July the 1st today, right now as I'm streaming. I'm hoping to get through this, which obviously we're about to. We're really close to being done with it. This, Need for Speed, and possibly Orcs Must Die 3 before the end of this month. That's the hope. That way I can be in a Power Wash Simulator once August starts, and hopefully through Power Wash Simulator and on to Quest Hunter by the end of August. And then Ratchet and Clank at the end of August, start of September. And then Saints Row, The Escapists, Unravel through September into October. Into V-Rising at the start of October and get through that as quick as possible, and hopefully get through Wanted Dead before October is over. And then Xenon Racer, Yooka-Laylee, Zombie Army Trilogy, and 101 Ways to Die between October, November, and December. I'm hoping to finish this before December hits. We'll see. I'm probably not going to. I'm probably going to be playing something off of this list in December still, but I'm hoping I can get through it. The year has been going by super fast, and I've not been playing games as often as I would like to be, is kind of the biggest thing. Again, I have D&D every week with my friends on Mondays. That takes a day away from me. I have to record, which I haven't been doing recently because I'm lazy. That takes a day at least away from me sometimes, depending on how much I record. I went to the concert in May. I went to SmackDown not this past Friday, the Friday beforehand. I take time to I've been taking time to do things for myself lately, and to get just an enjoyment out of life that I don't think I've gotten a lot of recently in the last couple of years. I recently, to all of my friends and my fiance and a few other people, came out as bisexual, which they all were like, yeah, no fucking shit, bro. They all knew. I'm gonna be honest. That kind of sealed it. I wasn't 100% sure, and they're like, wait, you haven't been this whole... I thought you were out and you were just shitposting. I was like, no, I genuinely wasn't, but okay. So that was really fun to have to experience. All of my friends being like, yeah, we already knew you were, bro. We thought you knew too. I'm dead serious, too. That was like the genuine reaction from all of my friends was like, wait, you didn't know? I'm like, no, I didn't. Thank you for telling me that I'm a dumbass. It was genuinely a very heartwarming experience for all my friends to be like, yeah, that's fine. We kind of already figured. So that was fun. Very, very, very confusing month for me though, where I wasn't sure and was like trying to like kind of think things through and figure out for sure if I was, because that's basically what I spent most of June doing, was like figuring things out for myself and figuring out who I was. And I'm going to say this right now, for people like, you're 20, almost 27, you just not figured that? You like just now kind of took that look on your life and figured that out? Yes, I did. Because to be fair, I didn't exactly grow up around supportive people on for most of my family's side, so on either side. So yeah, I took time to really think things through. And everyone who I told was really supportive. I'm not telling a lot of people in my family. If they find this video and they find out, oh well, I don't care. But I'm not gonna like just go out to certain family that I don't really trust and feel comfortable coming out to, because yeah. Obviously, I am still in a hetero relationship. I don't really know how to describe it at this point, but I am still in a relationship with a woman. It's the best way I can describe it. But yeah, my friends were like, there was so many signs, bro. You should have known. I was like, you know, you're right. I should have. And it's the funniest thing. You're fucking kidding me, bro. That is not fair. You're shitting me, right? How is that fair that he's here immediately? He's gonna touch me. Abraham's gonna touch me. How is that fucking fair? Why didn't it... If I read through the fucking trophy guide, I would have realized that. It literally says, Abraham, the second boss, spawns twice instead of once. Along with encountering him in the second floor, he also spawns in the garden after obtaining the phonic modulator. Cool. Abraham and Isaac kill me in one hit. Abraham requires 3 hits in the Tesla room instead of 2. There are less healing items available. Okay. So, I need to find... Is there a trophy that tells me... Because I know there's the trophy for using the phonic modulator charge. It doesn't tell me where they're all at. Fuck. I could go to the Neo Seeker guide, I guess, because that will... fuck, I don't know. I guess let's... I'm gonna go to the Neo Seeker guide really quick. I'm sitting at 2 cylinders, right? Okay, 2 cylinders and 2 papers, it looks like. Because I have Thomas's and then the Henry Hughes one. Yeah, okay. Yep. Keep scrolling, dickweed. Come on, keep scrolling. Yep. Okay, we get the cylinder, the phonic modulator. There's 2 cartridges there. Walk up the stairs, and afterwards you'll encounter another enemy. Use your map and navigate around in the northeast section of the meadow where you'll come upon a fuse box switch. Hit it, then hit the gate button. Look for the question mark on your map, then hit the second fuse box switch, followed by the gate button. Note, before you go, you can pick up phonic from the center of the meadow once it's open. Fuck, there's a fucking modulator charge out there? Do I go for it, or do I just say fuck it? I have to go for it, actually. No, I'm dumb. I literally have to go grab it. I have to go grab it because I literally fucking need it. Because this is the one charge I missed on my last playthrough. Okay, as long as I don't run into Abraham, I should be okay. In the center of the meadow? Where the fuck is it? Hold up. I know I've found it before, because I remember grabbing it the first playthrough. But I'll be damned if I fucking remember where I grabbed it from, dude. Oh my god, dude. I don't think there is one in here. I'm going to double check. There's a video guide, so I'm going to check the guide really quick. But the text guide I saw for X on True Achievements didn't have one listed in the gardens. Yeah, it's not. There's not one in the gardens. I went in here for no fucking reason. God damn it. I went back for no reason. Alright, I'm just going to full fucking mad dash sprint for it. Oh, thanks, Neo Seeker, for being wrong. Again. that's the Neo Seeker. The problem I have with that guide is, as much as I'm trying not to shit on it because it did help me in a few situations, they fucking didn't put enough effort into certain things, and they didn't double check things. It feels like, because there is not a phonic modulator charge there. There's a phonic modulator charge in here, right when you walk in. So that's, this will be the, where is it? This will be the 4th use. Do that really quick. I'm gonna go back to that video guide, actually, I think, and I'm gonna use that to my advantage. No, not the fucking one I meant to click. There we go. Okay. So, theater lobby, top center of the map. Charge in the kitchen, which, okay, I'm just gonna fucking use the phonic modulator video guide. Let me just go straight to YouTube for this. Okay. So, we obviously have that one. Then there's the one right here. I'm gonna pause because I genuinely don't want to fucking miss this again. Because you can't do this trophy in safe mode. So I have to get it in this playthrough, or else I have to do another fucking playthrough on easy. Okay, we have to make sure again that we double check and we don't go into this room, or we don't answer the phone at all. So the beer tap puzzle is right here. Yeah, so we gotta go this way. I'm dumb. I mean, unlocking the door is a good thing, but I gotta go this way. If I wasn't so worried about dying and having to go back to an earlier save point, I would probably sprint through most of the hall. But considering I can die in 2 to 3 hits, I want to be as careful as possible. Okay, so there's number 5. Right? So we've used 4. And then this will be the 5th one loaded in. Let's get them to the chapel. So, there's that one. Okay, and the next ones are on the 1st floor. Okay. Probably could have gone and done the door first, or gotten the beer tap piece first, and then gone over here. That probably would have been smarter, but oh well. Too late now. We'll go get this. We'll get the first 2 puzzle pieces, then we'll get the second 2 puzzle pieces, go up to the 2nd floor, go do that part with Abram. Honestly, we're making good time. We're just under an hour into the stream and we're already to the beer tap puzzle. Like, that's pretty good time. I think that's the other reason I'm trying to go through this quick, is it's a horror game. So the more, the sooner you're playing things, the sooner you can get it done. You know, the more you remember, the easier it is to finish, is kind of what I'm trying to do here. shit, 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 shit. And thankfully, I remember at this point basically everything. Basically everything you have to do in this, I remember. So. Not what I meant to do. Have I been hit yet? Once. I've been hit one fucking time. That's insane. I think it was while I was trying to leave the fucking, one room, too. When I was trying to leave the gardens, which is where I got hit the first time originally when I did the first playthrough of this. That is genuinely hilarious to me. Sorry about that. My head was getting kind of sweaty. I needed to take my headset off for a quick second. Alright, we'll go finish the beer tap puzzle. That will get us out of the way and up to the first floor. From there we can get the things, get to the second floor, go from the second floor to the attic, which at that point we'll have to make sure we get through everything. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Voila. We're gonna hit the bell for the chapel. Hopefully get them out of my way. It's weird. It seems like sometimes the bells for the door, for the rooms, don't fucking work to distract them as much as I was hoping they would. It feels like they should definitely be distracting them more, but they don't, so that kind of sucks. So I've got... Let me go back onto the achievement guide from True Achievements. So I've got 3 on the first floor. So we start with 1. Then there's the 2 right after we get it. That's 3. 4, 5 on the ground floor. 5, 6, 7 in the first floor. 8, 9, 10 on the second floor. Okay. So the first floor, we have 1 in room 107, 1 in room 101, 1 in the top floor of the library at the rightmost part of the map. Second floor, we have 1 in the room you're in upon exiting the elevator, 1 in the big bedroom top left of the map, and 1 near the Tesla coil room at top right of the map. I might not need the video guide. We'll see. Hopefully I can get through this pretty quick. Best part is, too, we don't have to do that fucking room with the weird doll and the weird jack-in-the-box thing. Don't have to do that room, thankfully. Because that room kind of sucked, not gonna lie. Fuck it. Let's use this charge. And make a mad dash for the fucking ladder. Holy shit. That was ballsy and stupid. In equal parts. Ballsy and stupid. Probably shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Okay, so it says room 107 has the first charge. which we know to be true because it's right there. We're in here for the map. As it does, these do actually help. I'm going to say it right now, too. These help immensely throughout this. I feel like a lot more than you'd probably expect them to. Okay, that's 104. I'll probably just leave the True Achievements Guide open so I can grab a look at it when I need to. So, room 101, top left of the map. So, okay, we're nowhere near it right now. Okay, I have a charge if I need it. I may. You know, it's crazy too. This is the one I missed. I can tell you with absolute certainty that's the fucking charge I missed because I forgot it was there. Oh, it's so frustrating. Because when I say I like genuinely speed ran through the entirety of this game on the fucking no hit, no save playthrough, I mean it. Like I went as fast as I possibly could to get through it. Yeah, completely fucking didn't even realize that was the one I missed. Holy shit. I don't know why I pick up the lore notes. I don't need to. Again, thank God I can get hit. So where is... That's right, it's down this way. So I have one more charge to grab in the library. I'm going to try to save this charge until we're in the library. Because that should make it a little bit easier for me. Again, I might fuck that up and not be able to do that. Who knows? I found that out too. If you're fast enough after opening the door to to hold your breath again, you don't even cough. That's still relatively crazy to me that I found that, and it's like such a cheap way to get through some of this shit. We're making good progress. We're making good progress. That's what matters the most. We've got the music key, which means we're one step closer to being done. We're about to get the second shard, which means we can make our second save. Or our next save, I should say, not our second save. So it's our... How many saves have we done? 3. We've done 3 saves. So we're going to make our 4th save. We're going to sneak through the wall here. So we can get around a little bit faster without having to worry as much. I should have probably gone this way in the first place, but might have been a little bit easier now that I think about it. But oh well, too late. Too late now. So we'll go throw these in, and then we'll make our first save. I'm going to choose to do that rather than beforehand, because then I'll have to replace them, I guess, is my thinking here. Actually, I think we are just going to save it now. Okay, fourth save of 10.
Is this true? Did you play a part in this?
Which ones do I have? I have the red and the yellow. So red and yellow. Okay, so the last one is just in the library, which is top right of the map. Oh no, sorry, rightmost part of the map. We also know we have, I think it's in this room where the next one's at. If I remember correctly. We'll have the page right here, and then when we go through here, we'll have this one that we grab onto, we get the shard, and then we fall. Still probably one of my favorite parts of this game. Oh, first fucking grab, let's go. It is random, by the way, I have found that out. That is, I did find a guide that showed me what one to open. That is completely random. Because I've gotten it from different ones every time. I will say with this one, we're definitely going to place the shard. No, we'll probably save it right before we place the shards, now I think about it. Because worst case, we have to come back and redo... Because where does it say the next save should be after this one? After we do this, it should be after escaping Abraham before entering the Tesla room. Which, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't realize you actually technically escape him. It never felt like that. It still felt like he was right on my butt cheeks the whole time. Alright, so the next Tesla one should be in the top, or the next charge should be at the top floor of the library in the rightmost part of the map. So somewhere, I think it's that corner right there, actually. Yep. Alright, we're making decent progress. We're at hour and 16 minutes. We're already almost to the first boss. And that's the thing too. That's the other thing I like about this game. The two bosses are like back to back. So once you get to Abraham, you're like 2 minutes away from beating the game. Not really back to back, but fairly decently back to back. You fight Abraham, then you do some backtracking through a few things, and then you're to Isaac. And then once Isaac's done, the game's over. Which I like. I think that's really cool. You spend all this time trying to get to the attic to save Elizabeth, and then when you finally get there, Isaac just fucking beats your ass back down to the basement. And then you have to get out of the basement. Once you get out of the basement, you go to the ritual. You make it out of the ritual, and thankfully don't succumb to it. Then once you make it out of the ritual, you get back into the hotel, and when you're back in the hotel, you have to fight Isaac, and then once Isaac's done, that's it. Game over. And I think that both boss fights, the other thing I really like about them, both boss fights are really unique. You don't just go in guns blazing, pow, 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 pew, 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 shoot, shoot, shoot. You actually have to think with them. Abraham, you have to lure into the Tesla room and try not to get electrocuted yourself because it can kill you. And then Isaac, you have to make sure you're not moving while he's not playing the piano so you don't get hit, but also make sure that you're being really careful about going in and flipping the switches to then place the locket to then knock him out and then go and end the game. I think it's really cool. This game put in a lot of awesome work for where it's at, and I'm very impressed with it, and I'm very happy to have played it. I think as far as the titles I've done on this challenge so far, I think this is probably one of my favorites so far, at least. Again, obviously we still have 14 more games to go after this. This is just the halfway point of the challenge, so. And if I could have found another game that I would have liked to have done for a number, I probably would have done a number to start it and then a number to end it. You know, have like that whole Kind of have a whole nice like bookend thing to it with numbers, but genuinely I didn't really find a whole lot of number games I really wanted to play, and for the ones that I did think about playing, a lot of them just didn't have platinums. Like that was a vast majority of the issue with this challenge was trying to find games to match the letters and stuff that had platinums. Some of them didn't. Like Qbert would have probably been my number one choice for Q. Doesn't have a platinum. So that kind of sucked. The only issue with this challenge, there's not a lot of games that fit most of the letters, and I think that was one of the biggest issues. Everything that I could find for some of the letters, was something I either already had or didn't interest me enough to try to platinum it, or was like just going to take way too long and be way too unenjoyable for me. You motherfucker, you would turn around at the worst possible time. So how many charges do I have right now? So I have 1 in, so I have 2 total, okay. And we've used 6. I also think the puzzles in this game were really unique and had were a lot of fun to do. God, that's loud. Yeah, I think a lot of this was really fun. I'm gonna say this right now because obviously the idea could have, you guys could have asked this. Why isn't one of the Uncharted games on this? I don't want to play those games on the hardest difficulty. Like, plain and simple, that is the reason an Uncharted game is not the U, because I don't like their platinums. I think they're good games. Don't want to do their platinums. They all have like the hardest difficulty trophies and things like that, and I don't think they're fun, man. I don't enjoy playing games on the hardest difficulties when those difficulties are you die in like a second, like 1 hit, boom, you're dead. I don't enjoy those types of difficulties most of the time. I say that knowing I play Call of Duty on Veteran, but we're gonna move past that. But yeah, I think, excuse me, I think arguably, yeah, we're gonna save right here, because worst case scenario, we die between the first moment where Abraham comes out and have to come back to this point. But I'd rather restart here if I have to. It doesn't bother me all that much. But yeah, there was a lot. I will say that there's a lot of games that I just don't enjoy the way their harder difficulties play. I think some games rely too heavily on making it an impossible challenge, and some games rely not heavy enough on that. It needs to be hard to a degree where it's going to be a challenge for the players, but not hard to where the player's not going to enjoy playing it. I'm looking at you, Super Meat Boy, which is just not fun to play at all. In my opinion, at least. I know there's people who like the game. I'm not one of them. Alright, before we go upstairs, we're going to go to the ground floor. This way we can unlock the exit down here. Even though I don't think it's going to matter. I genuinely don't think this is really going to matter to unlock. But we're still going to do it. There it is. Okay. Next cartridge. So then we have the big bedroom top left of the map. Fuck me. Can they just not breathe through those masks or something, or do they just not breathe at all? Like, I'm genuinely curious about that. Like, they can go through all these dust clouds and around all that fire with no fucking issue, but Thomas fucking hacks up a goddamn lung. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I feel like that's a little unfair. You know, now I'm thinking about it, I may not have actually grabbed this one. Oh, no. No, I did. Never mind. Is it in this room, I think, right? No? Where the fuck? I did grab this one, I think. Either that, or this game is dumb. Or this guide is done. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. I do think I don't, maybe I didn't grab this one. Maybe this was the one I missed then. Because I don't remember spending too much time up here last time. Yeah, you're getting fucking phonic modulated, bro. Okay, so we want to go this way. Because at this point, that should be 7 uses. We should have 2 in, 3. Huh? Wait. Wait, yeah. Okay, so we have 3 total, which would be 10. We need 1 more to finish it off, which will be the room near the Tesla coil. That's my bad for forgetting. So first we want to get Abraham to spawn. Oh, you can hear him so much faster. I don't remember hearing him that fast before. Alright, we'll do that. The worst part is, the last time I did this, none of these fuckers were here. So this is like 10 times worse than it was the last 2 times I've done it. Not to mention the fact that, like, making it through this without getting hit from Abraham was stressful as fuck the first time. It's about to be so much worse, because he can one-tap me. That didn't work. Even though I know full well this should work on him. Oh my god. Okay. So that is officially save number 6. We've used the device all but 1 time, which the last one is in the Tesla coil room. All we need to do now is beat Abraham, and then go up to the attic, fall down, excuse me, get through the final saves, and the boss fight with Isaac, and finish the stuff. Just gonna back up for a second while I go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.